Marking 9 months since the October the 7th attacks, across Israel, what protest leaders are calling a national day of disruption. Thousands demanding the government do a deal with Hamas, end the war, and bring Israeli hostages home from Gaza.
The government is doing everything they can not to get them out. The soldiers, the army, all of the heads of security have said that we do not need to be in Gaza anymore. It's time to move on.
There is a possibility, a real possibility, to bring back home 120 civilians, 120 lives to Israel right now with Hamas. Although it's a terror organization, it's possible right now.
That sense of possibility fueled by a reported shift in Hamas's negotiating position, no longer demanding Israel rules out a resumption in fighting ahead of a ceasefire, instead seeking a written commitment from mediators that post-truce talks would go on until a permanent end to the fighting is agreed. Israel's Prime Minister, though, suggesting gaps remain between the two sides, his intelligence chief reportedly rejecting Hamas's latest demand in talks in Qatar on Friday. Polls suggest at least two-thirds of Israelis now want a ceasefire deal, more than half blaming the lack of one on a prime minister trying to placate far-right coalition partners. Blood on his hands, they say. In Gaza, the blood is still fresh, still real. Noor has just seen her friend Malak killed in an Israeli airstrike on a UN school in the Nusayrat refugee camp. Waves of grief subsume the classroom where they'd been sheltering, Malak's brother overwhelmed. Israel's military said it struck what it called Hamas terrorists operating in structures in the area of the school. Thousands of displaced civilians had been sheltering here. Gaza's health ministry said at least 16 people were killed. Over 9 months, this has become a society uprooted, exhausted, immiserated by war, for whom a ceasefire seems ever more like a mirage.
كل يوم نقول بكرة أحسن حيجي صرنا نتأمل في وقف إطلاق نار منين بيجي بكرة بيقولوا لا اتأجل فصارت هذه يعني حلم بعيد وقف إطلاق النار صار حلم بعيد.
In southern Israel this morning, they marked 9 months since Hamas launched its dawn attacks here, killing 1,200 people and taking 250 captive. The black balloons represent the dead. The yellow, the remaining 120 hostages, the activists here believe only a ceasefire can bring home.